Boy, okay, let me close my door. Hello, dog. Let me close my door real quick, because I gotta talk to y'all motherfuckers real quick, alright? This will be a fast video. We have the new character, Festival Sabnak. I don't know how you say her name. I don't even care to know how you say her name. But if you want to correct me in the comments, go ahead and do so, because Sabnak, like, nigga, I don't fucking know. Regardless, this is the new character. We're getting the catastrophe story chick that was in the first chapter, that was very pronounced in that chapter, the one that made Roxy go crazy, and that's how we have Crazy Roxy. Just letting you know. That being said, she's here, and her banner is pretty bad. Granted, these characters up top, pretty good, but you know me, I have everyone here 6'6", and then here, everyone relevant is 6'6", except for Summer Roxy. That being said, this is like a should you skip type of video, because goddamn, bro, let's get right to it, right? That's the new character. She looks cool, but I'm here to talk about her skills. Shout out to Amazing Grandcross, by the way, because this is on his page on X, Twitter, whatever you want to fucking call it. That's how I found it. And also shout out to Kane in the 7 Deadly Sins Leaks Discord. He also has the straight up 100% translations of what this character does. So I'm gonna read what the fuck she does, and I'm gonna explain to you why she's probably the best character in the game. I play global just for notice. I know she's probably already out on JP, but I don't play JP. I barely watch JP players because I like to experience stuff on my own. So that being said, I don't know if she's actually number one. I don't even know if she's actually broken. But I'm going to read this for the first time, and I'm going to deduce for myself if she is broken or not. Okay? Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into it. Shadow of the Deep Sea, Nightmare Sabnak. The B's probably silent. Who the fuck knows? Her passive, this is what's going on first. Shadow of the Darkness. At the start of battle, applies Shadow Shield for 1 turn to the unit. Shadow Shield taunts the enemy, decreases unknown allies' damage taken by 20%, and extra 30% damage reduction to the unit. The unit being the new chick. So basically, Shadow Shield is a taunt. She taunts for herself. She gives herself damage reduction. She gets 50% damage reduction, and her allies get 20%. Okay? Okay. Now that's for 1 turn. So she's like Albedo in a sense, but a little bit better. A little bit. Now, at the start of the ally's turn, when the number of enemies present in the battlefield is over 2, so turn 1, applies Deepening Illusion to the enemy with the lowest HP ratio from their max HP, and applies Illusion to other enemies. Now, Deepened Illusion, when removed, it applies Deepened Mental Breakdown. So one of the 3 initial characters will have Deepened Illusion, and when it gets removed, it will apply Mental Breakdown. The other 2 characters on the field will have Illusion, which when it's removed will apply Mental Breakdown. 2 different things. Deepened Mental Breakdown, 2 different things. You keep it up? Cool. That is all turn 1, by the way. This is all still the first turn. But let's go ahead and break down what Deepened Mental and the normal Mental does. Deepened Mental Breakdown, so that one character that just has the lowest HP gets their attack-related stats lowered by 20%, and the effect removed when damaged by enemy at the enemy's turn. And wait a minute. Let me read this again. My brain just had a stroke. Negative 20% attack-related stats. Effect removed when... So the effect goes away when damaged by enemies at the enemy's turn, and when removed, it stuns the unit for 1 turn. Basically, what that says is, once you destroy or remove the debuff of Deepened Illusion on that single enemy, they will then be in Mental Breakdown where their attack-related stats are lowered. And then once that's removed, they get stunned. Okay? That's one of the 3 characters. Just will always pretty much be stunned. Okay? Okay. And normal Mental Breakdown is the same thing, lowers attack-related stats, but once the effect is removed, it seals single target or AoE skills for 1 turn. So it just seals attack skills in general. Single target or AoE skills. So that's both of them. So basically, turn 1, she's on the field. let's say you're going against a Sin team, Deanne, Meliodas, Gother. Deanne's probably, or Meliodas might be the lowest HP on that team, depending on which Deanne you're running, or Gother. So let's just say Gother's the lowest HP, right? Gother will have his Deepened Illusion, and Deanne and Meliodas will have Illusion, okay? On your turn, if you remove those buffs, any of them, or debuffs, they will, next turn, be useless. Gother will be stunned. Deanne and Meliodas will be attack sealed and AoE skill sealed. That's broken. That's extremely broken. Because, think about it, right? There is no such thing as a debuff immune character in today's meta. The only way that works out is if you run this new chick on a Hell team, right? Or the only way this doesn't work out is if you don't run her on a Hell team. And what I mean is, because both Arthur and Meliodas only removes the 2 newest debuffs to them. They don't re-cleanse everything. They only remove the last, or the first 2 debuffs they have applied to them. So, if you run Hell with this new character, and you proc her debuffs, or they proc her debuffs, or you can run Philo or Fitoria, that will probably save the seal that she gets, as long as she attacks last, or you remove that debuff last, or buff, however this is supposed to work. Okay? So basically your whole team is cooked. One person stunned, one turn's attack seal, and this is a one-turn thing. This is not a continuous thing. This happens every turn. So you're cooked. Okay? Now we continue with the passive. Also, when the unit attacks an enemy with the Dark Shadow effect, we haven't even talked about Dark Shadow effect yet, we'll get there, applies Remnant to the unit for every enemy damaged by Dark Shadow effect, and when the unit gets max stats of Remnant, applies Dark Shadow, or another Shadow Shield for a turn. So, her turn 1's taunt will get procced again if you have max stacks of Remnant through Dark Shadow. Now, those 2 things, Dark Shadow and Remnant, are not part of her passive. Remnant is, but Dark Shadow is one of her skills, which we will get into. But first, we gotta explain what Remnant does. Remnant increases your crit defense by 20% at a max of 3, okay? That's real light, but it was real strong. 60% crit defense at max stats is pretty good, right? But now, we get to her first skill. Oh, she also has a bond, by the way, which units increase the unit's bond attack related stats by 13% and defense related stats by 5%, and it seals for their ultimate level. So that probably max will be something crazy, but you know, people reacted to that one. It's pretty great. Evil Touch, which is her first skill, inflicts delusion on all enemies. Delusion is a crit chance increase, and for every deepened illusion or illusion applied to the enemies, so the entire team, you inflict 50% critical damage when using this AoE skill. So it's pretty broken, because you will always have someone in these illusionist states, because it procs every single turn. That being said, her second ability is the Dark Shadow ability. Inflicts Dark Shadow damage by 300% of attack to all enemies. Now, Dark Shadow, pierce rate increase, and when attacking an enemy within the mental breakdown fortitude of her passive, it increases her attack-related stats by 40% when using the skill. And for every dead enemy, it increases her damage by 20%. This single target, or this is AoE. This AoE, Dark Shadow AoE, is going to wipe anybody. Okay? Okay. And then her ultimate, which is, you know, it's pretty good. It's your standard OP ultimate. She gets her attack-related stats for 2 turns. It's an AoE ultimate. She also removes debuffs. And then she removes all debuffs except for mental breakdowns. And then inflicts spike to all enemies. And we all know how that works. It's just a very OP one-shot ultimate. Okay. Yeah, this character's broken. This character's OP. Turn 1, she wipes. Then there's nothing you can do about it. If you go first, maybe, but probably not, because the way that her passive is worded, it's at the start of battle. It's not the start of allies' turn. It's not the start of enemy's turn. It's the start of battle. So as soon as you get into battle, you will A, have to deal with her taunt, which she takes 50% less damage on her taunt. And then B, once it's her turn, let's say they go second, and she procs her passive, it's over. You just lose. There's nothing you can do about this passive. Granted, the only way it works is if you're using a Goddess team. Goddess team will directly counter this character in this unknown team specifically. But it's still the problem of how human teams are cooked if they are running this new character with Hell or any debuff center unknown character. Sin teams are cooked because their only cleansing is through Gother and Meliodas, okay? Gother can cleanse, yes. So this might not be as strong as it might be against human teams. But Gother is still... He can't cleanse forever. His cleanse is on a ranked up card. And ranked up card rates are already low. And then Meliodas can only cleanse 2 debuffs on himself per turn. So... It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight for sure. Regardless though, that's the video. That's all I wanted to talk about. And literally, when it comes down to should you summon, I'm going to have to say yes. If you are an unknown lover like me. I love unknown characters. Beat Rice is my favorite character in the game. Period. But if you like unknown characters, you need her. Okay? Granted, I don't know if she's unknown. She might be human. But I'm pretty sure she's unknown. But then again, her passive doesn't really specify races or anything like that. So genuinely, she might be able to be used on any team. Because her passive doesn't... Her passive is not race gated or anything like that. So that's really good, actually. So this could be anything. She could be used on any team. Oof, it's going to be a rough day. But yeah, I'm going to honestly have to say, though, based off her banner alone, it's kind of a skip if you have these characters 6/6 already at the top. But like... Me, I'm skipping this banner personally because A, I'm free to play now, and B, I don't think debuff centered characters last that long in the meta in the first place because a lot of unknown or festival characters always are immune to debuffs or some shorter shit like that. But regardless, I think she is a must summon character, but that only depends if you like unknown teams or something like that because I think that's probably going to be her best team. Again, I don't know. It wasn't specified if she's a human, if she's unknown. I have no clue. I'm going off of the assumption that she's an unknown character and she works for the unknown allies. That's my assumption, which means she's probably broken. But again, that's up to you. I'm skipping because I just don't have the time. I will do my 1 multi because I do 1 multi per banner. That's just how luck goes, I guess. But I'm not going all in because I don't have enough gems to support that. That being said, though, we're done with this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below how y'all feel about this new character, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, and have a wonderful day.